We hear this image today in the first reading of the prophet Jeremiah, who says, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose hope is in the Lord. Like a tree planted beside the waters that stretches out its roots to the stream, it fears not when heat comes, its leaves stay green. When there is drought, it shows no distress." So I was meditating on this tree planted by water and trying to understand more what this means. And as I was kind of researching, I came across the notion of the wildfires. So, we've had a lot of wildfires recently in the West. And somehow, trees can survive the hottest, most intense flames. The whole forest can catch on fire and sweep it out. But there are some trees that survive. And what makes them survive? Well, the primary thing that allows them to survive is they have really, really deep roots that go into the ground, and so they are constantly fed by water. No matter how hot the fire is, as the water evaporates through the leaves or is heated through the leaves, it sucks even more water up into the tree. And so it can stay moist even in the midst of this heat. They also have really strong, thick bark that has grown deeper and deeper over the years, so that when the fire comes, even if it burns the top of the tree, even if it burns the tree nearly to the ground, it survives because of this deep root structure, because of the source of water that it is so connected to. And as I was thinking about that, I realized that we, as Catholics, who come to Mass every Sunday, who receive the sacraments, who pray throughout our days, we have a deep root system. So think about your life, like how many Sundays have you come to Mass over your whole life? So I'm 42 right now. If I were to do the math on all that Sundays, my roots have grown deeper and deeper and deeper every Sunday I've come to Mass and received the Eucharist. The same is true for you. Think about your life, how many Sundays you've come to Mass over the time since you were baptized. Your roots are so deep and so connected to the source of water that you can survive fire. Now, this is the reality. All of us in our lives, there is fire raging around about all of us. All of us are going to go through so many difficulties and sufferings in life, but here's the thing. You were made to endure it. You were made and created to endure the flames and the difficulties in life. And you are planted so deep in the source that no matter how much the fire blazes, you will survive. Now, just like the prophet Jeremiah was using the tree near the water as an image, and I'm using a tree that survives a forest fire, what is really at the heart of the matter is our faith. And the reality is that we in this life, throughout our lives, are always choosing life or death. And when we remain rooted in the sacraments and rooted in our faith and rooted in our prayer, we're choosing life. And that life will ultimately take us to eternal life. So we'll survive not only the difficulties here on earth, not only the flames that rage against us, not only the flames of purgatory, we'll survive that all into heaven. But if we don't stay near the water, if we don't remain deeply rooted in the source, it ends up in death. The fire overtakes us. Now the thing is, you can't just once come to God and then have that life forever. We need to be constantly receiving that water. I don't know if any of you use that app tracking on your phone or on your smartwatch where you can track how many glasses of water you drink every day. So men, I think we're supposed to have 14 glasses every day. I think women is 12. How many of you do that? Right, so one of the things with water is you're supposed to drink water before you're thirsty. If you get thirsty, it means you're already dehydrated. It's too late for you to get the water. And the same as the spiritual life, we need to drink before we get thirsty. We need to receive the sacraments before we're thirsty, because if we don't, then the fires of this world will take us out. And so it's so important for us to be resolved in that we have our roots so deep in this that after our whole lifetime, if we can go our whole lifetime never missing Mass, every Sunday coming and receiving it, our roots will grow so deep that we'll be constantly connected to this source of water, to Jesus, who is our source of life. And so I hope above all that you take great strength from this homily, that you really know who you are, that you are connected to the source of life. And if you're going through any difficulty, know that you were made to endure it. You were created to survive through the fires of this life. So take great hope in that. Take great trust in that no matter what is going on, you're connected to the source, and you were created and destined to survive it. And so as we profess this creed, this Mass, let us remember that as we profess the creed, that we are connected to the source of life. And by being connected to that water with deep roots throughout our whole lives, we can survive the fire.